And good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to be the Roomba of Thought. As per every Sunday, I'll be joining with the boys because it seems that we have a full group today, which is very nice, very good. So I'll just, get to it. Oh god.
I didn't realize you could contribute the 2,000 points multiple times. It just had to be multiple streams.
I thought it had to be. I thought it was once in total, but no.
Once every stream.
Also, for some reason, I can't see our avatars. This sucks.
Yes, we are.
The avatars ain't working. Oh no.
You want to share your screen so I can try and help you?
I mean, it's.
Never
okay,
has
hold
been
on.
heard.
Share screen.
Live tech support.
I mean, I did call her the Minamoth for a reason. Here we go. Hello everyone. How are you today in this lovely Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning for you three?
Well,
Sunday.
I woke up with major eye pain again.
You wake up every day with some kind of pain.
No, I mean, this is the second time this week that I've woken up with a literal eye sore.
as I said, you seem like you wake up every day with some kind of pain in your body.
Yeah, but this is the first time it's been consistent and specific.
That is majorly suboptimal.
Today, well, we are going to be talking in the Broom screen.
I can't see your settings because you're throwing just OBS. You need to show your window. Your screen.
I mean, it's OBS the thing that I'm having trouble with.
Yeah, but if you have it just on OBS, I can only see the screen and not your settings. Like, I can only see the Twitch screen. You gotta show the window. Or, sorry, the entire screen.
I see.
Okay, double click on somebody's avatar. Please.
I want to draw, but I don't know what to draw.
Scroll up. Do you run it? You might want to re-enter the URL.
But yeah, as Meep said in the idea box, I do have a mild rant to go on.
I see my avatar showing up.
Yeah,
There's Meep, the
Let's go.
lone survivor.
Okay.
And then there was one.
Mina's here.
Okay, there's me.
I should be there soon. Oh wait, hold on now. Oh yes, I am here. Okay, and
Yes, let's
only one remains.
start. Okay, not with the rant, but with what prompted the rant. Apparently there's soon going to be a
Yes,
new Pokemon Direct,
there's
was
going to
it?
be a new Pokemon Presents on the 8th.
Yes.
So another opportunity for all the Mystery Dungeon fans to be
To be
disappointed.
Always. Every
Why-
single
And the
time.
Pokemon Coliseum or battles like that to be also disappointed.
We better get some announcement for Mystery Dungeon. I swear to God, it's been so long.
We're never
This
gonna
is
get
Pokemon
one.
I have no
Presents?
problem with DX. It's just I
Pokemon
have,
Presents. Disappointment.
I have no problem with Rescue Team DX. It's just I want the next installment. You know.
No, it's like Pokemon Presents. That's it. That was 30 minutes of mobile game ads.
Pretty much.
Uh,
But back
Blood
to the
presents
rant.
Arceus and Unite.
we have Mewtwo in Unite because of this 2 year.
You know what? I would not hold that past
I'm-
them because
I'm
they've
aware.
already added. We have Mewtwo. Listen, we have an Ultra Beast. We have Mewtwo. We have Zacian. We have Urshifu. All as playable characters. I would not hold it above them to make Arceus a playable character.
Unironically, you know what I want? I want another Pokemon Conquest.
I mean, yeah, would be a good
I have
game.
never played those. But as Meep said, I do have a mild rant about Scarlet and Violet. Also about Arceus on the type of rant.
Oh boy.
They
what
keep
is this?
fixing things about the games, and then they break 3 other things. And I know for a fact Jimmy knows what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
Popsicle sticks and glitter glue.
Every time they pull out a new update, they break like 3 other things on accident.
Really?
Typical coding moment.
Yes! Need I remind you of the fact that they had to postpone the Delphox raid? Do I need to remind you of the fact
I mean,
that
didn't
they
they have
broke?
to postpone the Delphox raid because the Chestnut
That's
raid
what-
got postponed?
Yes,
That's the problem with
that's
the-
what I just
What
said.
Hayden's trying to say, Jimmy.
What they did is there was an item that would randomly spawn in the Iron Tread and Great Tusk raids that would completely crash your game.
Huh?
And people kept getting that random item that had no picture and no name.
Hey kid, we're doing
And
fine.
their
This is
game-
Roomba Of Thought.
Their game was just dead.
I mean, honestly,
and it's every time they pull out a big update of any
I'm
kind.
going to say this. I'm probably one of the only people that has no like big qualms with this game. I've
I don't have a big
generally
qualm
had a
with
good time playing this game, and I love this game to death.
No,
It's
no,
my
I
favorite
love-
3D Pokemon game.
No, don't get me wrong. I love the game. It's my only actual problem with the game is how empty the overworld is, which I really hope that they fix
May
by
I
the time
remind
the
you,
DLC
Game Freak
comes
only
out.
has 169 workers by 2020. I think.
Need I remind you how many Pokemon the overworld in Sword and Shield had?
Yeah, well, think about Sword and Shield had a smaller overworld. than
No,
Scarlet
it
and Violet.
didn't.
It's as I have said, Scarlet and Violet has all the hallmarks of a team that was made to rush out a product that wasn't ready because they were understaffed, overworked.
All right,
and
but
too short
consider
time.
this: they're known for copy and pasting certain things.
Underpaid and overworked.
They could have just copy and pasted some of the stuff to improve, like.
They're also dealing with how old is the Switch hardware now?
Hold on. So hold on.
I think this is
Sorry, I had to move a couple things around.
2018.
Nintendo Switch.
Splatoon 2 was
2017.
2017.
Pretty sure it's 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
So that thing, so the Switch is now
they're
roughly
working on
6 years old.
6-year-old hardware that wasn't exactly, particularly powerful hardware to begin with. So
Yeah, Nintendo should have put a lot more money toward the Switch if they wanted it to do better.
honestly, I'm surprised they haven't
I'm not.
announced a new console yet.
I'm
gonna be
really
honest.
not, because 2017 and
There are no glitches in Boss Sing Say.
I didn't want to interrupt, and I thought it was a good.
I actually recently got around, semi-recently got around to actually watching Avatar: The Last Bender. It is indeed very good.
It is so
of course it's
fucking good,
banger.
dude.
Am I the only one that has never watched Avatar?
I guess we're
I
having-
That
haven't
silence
watched
probably
the
says so,
entirety
yes.
of it, but I have watched most of it.
We're gonna have a watch party.
Oh god, I have like watch parties for like 5 different things. Octo was talking about getting one of the visual novels for the fighting game he plays.
One of them was
Like
one
the
of them
visual
was
novel
produced-
that the people from the fighting and the characters from, and I was like, voice acting? I might have a problem.
Jimmy, you can stop the
Oh,
OBS now.
real quick, I
Oh.
want to draw, but I don't know what to draw, so start throwing ideas at me as they come.
Watch
Uh,
Avatar. I really recommend
Wait,
it.
hold on, Chocolate
Or
Jesus.
East- What?
Yeah, Mina wanted to share that story.
Which one?
Mina, we've been
Chocolate.
waiting for this for a long time. Chocolate Jesus.
Ah, yeah, Chocolate Jesus.
Because I
Chocolate
did
Jesus.
Red Jesus.
Chocolate Jesus is an art piece that somebody made for Easter to like comment on how commercialized Easter has become, and it's like stepped away from Jesus, like from the religious roots. that it
Wow,
originally
who
had.
would have thought?
So she made a Jesus out of chocolate,
Americans have
Jesus out of-
commercialized Christianity.
right?
Kids have commercialized
that's what-
literally everything that they
Isn't that what
touch.
caused the Protestant Revolution?
Haven't Americans
I put up the wiki.
commercialized everything?
Like I said, they've commercialized literally everything that they touch.
Pretty much.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Americans have commercialized communism.
Americans have commercialized fucking Santa Claus.
I don't think it's just
Oh, wait,
Americans,
hold on.
honestly. I think just like Slavic people have commercialized the idea of communism and just being Slavic. You know, with the whole Gopnik movement online.
Or like the
Shout out Boris.
Adidas or whatever.
Sorry?
Isn't that like Adidas is like
Adidas.
from one of the slots?
Tripalowski.
World of Tanks.
World of
World of Tanks is cool. I like
Right.
that.
Actually,
End of month.
actually, speaking of video games featuring tanks of the
Yeah.
Soviet Union,
I wasn't done
I
with chocolate
learned,
Jesus.
I learned something the other day about the Company of Heroes 2. So, if you're not familiar with it, it's an old RTS. They're actually getting ready to release a sequel to it.
Holy shit.
But the campaign is you play as the Soviet Union in World War II, as you do. And there's a section in the campaign where you're helping the Polish resistance, and at the end of that, there's a cutscene where they purge the Polish resistance, and that section of the campaign
Sorry about that.
technically is illegal to present in Russia, which means because Russia has laws saying you're not allowed to say anything bad about the Soviet Union during the Great Patriotic War, which is what they call World War II.
Okay.
So basically, every single member of that company who developed that game is facing prison time in Russia if they ever go to Russia over that game.
Oh,
Nice.
somebody tell
Somebody
tell Sabaton to never go there.
In related news, apparently Russian courts have fined both Apple and the Wikimedia Foundation. So Wikipedia and Apple have both been fined for not removing quote unquote disinformation about the 3-day special military operation that's what is it, close to 2 years in now?
Sounds about right.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
Because this whole thing on Wikipedia is referred to actually as a war, and that's like not allowed.
It's just a war, straight up. There's like there's no sugarcoating it.
Yeah, it is a war. And then there's apparently rumblings that there's going to be another thing going on in West Africa, because the country with the name that catches every profanity filter in the world has had a coup.
What do you mean by that?
The nation of Niger.
Ah.
So I've been meaning.
Nigeria.
I've been meaning to
No,
ask
Niger.
this. I've been meaning to
Niger is
ask.
It's also
another
the name of
country,
a river,
not just
Yeah.
on which
Nigeria.
both of them
Yeah,
get
the
their
Niger
name.
River.
I've been meaning to ask a very specific question to Meep about his picture.
Okay.
Where are your elbow blades?
They're not extended.
No,
You'll
but
notice-
they should still like poke out.
If you look at the avatar, first of all, the code is kind of baggy, but you'll note there's a set of patches on the elbows. Those are actually in the quote-unquote lore. There's like a thing with them, so when I extend the elbow blades, it like opens up. There's like a flap.
Yeah, but like,
When I was drawing
Hold on,
it, I asked him
let-
about
hold
it,
on,
and
let me-
that's the instruction I was given.
let me
Yeah,
go
it makes
get.
total
Let
sense.
me go get a picture so that I can show you. Hold on.
The real thing though is it especially my old profile picture that I used. There was something I noticed in the like prototyping phase of it that me and the person who drew it changed for very good reason. Is how Glade has the stupidly large pelvis for no reason?
Yeah, that makes it super hard to draw.
Yeah, it makes it hard to draw. But it also meant, because the old profile picture was a full body, like, side profile view. In the original sketch, it stuck out slightly in front of the coat, which just meant like it looked like he just had his dick out.
There you go.
And Craig.
There, I sent it.
Kid, quick question and answer quickly. Why are we on the Roomba?
The-
Because
the
this is the
picture I was
Roomba of
looking
Thought. It's the namesake of the podcast.
Your
We
brain
are
cells
in a little
are like a
Roomba.
Roomba.
Look. we out with ADHD here. We don't have a train of thought. We have a Roomba.
Exactly.
Okay, it goes in a straight line, but then it encounters literally anything. It turns and goes in a completely different direction.
I'm kicking it into overdrive. I have coffee.
Oh no.
Woke up like 2 seconds ago, so you're gonna have to give me time to warm up.
Anyway, so I sent a picture
I like how when I
to
click
the
on this
images
picture,
room
the
for
one
what I'm
that pops
talking
up,
about.
like the zoomed in one, is smaller.
Yeah, because it's from Bulbapedia. Anyway, that's what Gallade looks like without extending its blades.
Yeah, the child given pips.
Like, it still has jabby elbows. That's why I was confused. They're like, it's like a sheathed blade. It's
Yes.
still there, but
you will also
it's still
note that his upper
noticeable.
arms are super spindly. So guess what? The bit of the
Okay, but you're also wearing. Okay, but you're also wearing a very baggy.
Yes. So what's going on is the elbow is basically back against like the back side of sleeve, and the rest of the arm is basically up near the front of the sleeve, so it's like hanging off of it.
All right, so essentially, it's so baggy that the hands are tiny. That's what's giving the sleeve most of its mass.
Actually, I did just realize that actually that is a point. The hands do look really tiny on this model.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
me
but
having
maybe
actual
Jimmy-
hands
He's got-
and
He's got little boy hands. He's got little boy hands.
They should probably be a
They're
bit
just
wider,
weird.
but you
They're
know
just
what? I'm not one to complain.
Bless you.
Mina drew
I know.
this out of the kindness of her
Yeah, I
heart.
just did
so-
it for D&D.
I can tell. There's dice floating around him.
I mean, they
Yes.
probably have dice floating around him anyway. He loves his fate.
I
can-
love little dice.
Don't worry, he throws the dice every time I redeem a meat pack.
I mean, you'll also notice Jimmy, whenever he talks, he has a little dice that his little avatar tosses.
Yeah.
The only reason Mina doesn't is because
She usually has
she's got the
that.
map there and is the DM. So
I have the little
Alright,
thing.
Mina's trying to wrap up the chocolate Jesus with the evangelicals get upset despite the message of the chocolate.
Yeah, no,
Jesus.
they got fucking pissed, dude. And Chocolate Jesus is actually an event that happened 3 separate times. In 1994, in 2006, and in 2007. I believe one of the times they actually like passed out chunks of Chocolate Jesus for people to eat. So it was like the body of Christ,
That reminds me of the.
and it was filled with raspberry syrup, with raspberry fondant.
Red Jesus.
You know what that just makes me think about? It makes me
Not
think
fun.
about like that if not like if they had made the chocolate Jesus like a Twix just with instead of caramel or whatever it had the filling.
No,
Also,
no.
Like it
Reese's.
was a cracker with chocolate over it and then filled with the raspberry and whatever.
No, Reese's fill it with peanut butter.
He wasn't talking about Reese's. He was talking about a Twix.
I don't know
The
why I
Twix is
don't
filled
like.
with caramel.
I used to love Reese's. but now I don't.
Reese's Puff, eat 'em up, eat 'em
And
up,
that's
eat 'em up.
that's something that I've encountered with multiple candies. I used to eat the fuck out of some Milky Ways, but now I prefer Snickers, which I used to not like.
I
Of
mean,
course you eat Snickers.
Milky Way is literally just
I mean, there are
Snickers
the
without
chocolate-
the nuts.
Nut.
that are filled with liquor. You probably could do Chocolate Jesus like that. However, the most recent Chocolate Jesus, the one from 2007, caused the most outrage because, first of all, the work was eaten by rodents in Brooklyn. Second of all,
And we wonder why there's a place where rats were legitimately.
rats. Crazy. That was crazy. Once they put me in a room.
No,
in a room
stop.
with rats. The rats make you crazy. But anyway, back in 2007, he recreated the thing, and it was anatomically correct. full scale, no covering, and
Absolutely.
that
fucking
caused
mad.
many more
Here's the real
protests.
question, though. Here's the real question for you, though.
President of the
Here's the real
Catholic League,
question, though.
the president of the Catholic League named it one of the worst assaults on Christian sensibilities, and also called it hate speech for receiving a chocolate Jesus with a dick.
No. It would only be hate speech if they gave him a micro penis.
As a wise Jesus once
Outside.
said,
He's gotta stay
excuse
cold
me,
with
the
chocolate.
fuck? As a wise Jesus once said, excuse
Jesus.
me, the fuck?
I said I hate figs, guys.
Oh yeah, have you guys seen the picture of Jesus riding on the back of an Arceus?
I have.
seen that.
I've seen a few of those
I
pictures.
probably have during my lifetime in the internet, but I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure I even
Hold on.
found one of ones that wasn't white man Jesus.
Okay, here we go. I found it. There you go, images.
Recently,
There you go.
That looks
oh, I haven't seen
badass.
this one.
Let's roll.
Recently, I found my old photos from my first phone ever,
Oh god.
and it's a little like one of those slidey phones where like when you have it closed, you can use the touch screen, and then you slide it open, and there's a little keypad inside.
Oh,
Cute,
interesting.
and I found so
One
many
is it?
memes.
Didn't
So many
people
old-
start trying to recreate those with modern phones?
You
I
could
mean, my
not
dad
live
didn't
with your
know.
failures. So where did that bring you?
Back
to
to me.
Back to me.
I mean,
Back
my
to me.
first phone. My first
Here it is.
phone was an old original Motorola Razr, the flip phone, and I actually really liked that thing because it had the perk of, because it doesn't do anything, had a battery life of like a month.
Jesus.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I
and
wish
then
my
one day
phone
it's-
survived that damn long.
And then one day, I was taking the bus home from school, and it fell out of my pocket, and I left it on the bus. And you know what? The thing is, it's like a Motorola Razr from who knows when. No
So you
one
found it the
cares.
next
Damn, not even
No.
not
Actually
even
got
the
my
owner
new
of the phone cared that he lost it.
Well, yeah. It's. I just told my parents about it. Like, oh well. And they pulled out of the drawer the other old Motorola Razr we had and like activated it. And like the next day, I had a new phone, and it was the same phone, but it was a different phone. And then eventually, that one had problems and like actually died. And they
Again.
got me a new phone, which I got a modern flip phone because I wanted that. Because I wanted a phone that had a battery life of like a month.
Get that
Makes
man
sense.
a Nokia.
And the only reason I actually eventually got a smartphone is I think I got like my grandma's old like iPhone 5 or something. Because I was going to an event that needed an app. So I needed that.
An app that your older phones did not have.
Yeah.
it's
It was
flip
it was basically like the event map basically. And a couple other features, but you know. And then I never went back to the dumb phone because Spotify.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Like
Man,
literally
man,
just
fuck
because
that phone.
Spotify. I don't
Man
even
said,
use Spotify
fuck.
that much anymore.
Man said, "Fuck that phone. I can't listen to music on it."
And now I've got a Pixel 3.
So, how many phones have you guys owned? Out of curiosity.
Oh boy, I have quite a story.
Okay, you have had a bunch. Kane.
Okay,
What?
Before you're streaming, I just want to know how many phones has everyone owned?
Further question. How many we've owned or how many we've actually used?
Owned and used, I guess.
3.
Okay. Meat?
Actually 4.
I think technically it would be 5 because there's the Razr I lost, the Razr that died, the old flip phone, the old iPhone, and my current Pixel. Which actually, I got the current Pixel for like Christmas, and I'm like, and I very much so had to hide the fact that I wasn't particularly enthused at a new phone. I'm like, I've got one. It works. Why do I need a new one?
Eventually,
Fair enough.
systems need to, can't update the phone anymore, so you probably.
I was still getting updates.
Oh.
It's just
Weird.
my parents got me a new phone, and I'm like, thanks.
You can do.
Now I need to transfer all my stuff
I've had 2
and go through that hassle.
phones in my life.
Yeah.
The current one and a Huawei. That poor Huawei. Poor
Huawei.
thing. It has fallen a lot of times from my pocket.
Imagine having owned or owning a DS or 3DS.
I mean, I currently own like 3.
I've only owned one, and then I got one from my sibling after I accidentally stepped on mine.
Like,
I have
It was
On
on
my
the floor,
desk.
covered by some things.
I have on my desk right now my original 3DS, which I wouldn't be surprised if it was from one of the original production runs.
Oh, so like an ambassador 3DS. Holy shit.
Because I mean, this one I got it basically when the 3DS came out, and it still works.
Can you check the serial code on it?
Probably. Where is it?
It should be on the back.
Yeah, back in the DS.
Under the little barcode
Yeah.
thing. CW13884029
You want to put it on general chat?
How the hell? Okay, what the hell? Oh.
I'm confused about whatever is happening. What are you guys talking about?
He's. I already answered that. The only thing he said is 10.
The only thing
And then
you
he's
can
like,
see
no,
is
3.
only
No, you
3
did not
voices.
answer how many phones you've had.
What is that?
This fucking kid. It's like 14 and has had more phones than I have.
What is that
Don't
code
worry about
for?
it.
Kid Icarus Pit is okay. He said he owned 10, but that's his gaming
on
electronics, not his
gaming
phones.
Unless you count a phone as a gaming electronic, but
I mean,
nowadays, yeah, but
Technically,
that's the Venn diagram, but is one of the circles is inside the
I
other
mean, I'm
all of
unironic-
A is B, but not all of B is A.
I mean, I'm using my phone as one right now, so I got a idle game.
Honestly, the
going.
main thing I use my phone for is to check the news.
Every now and then I check the weather, but that's about it.
I use my phone to be on Discord, watch YouTube, and a couple things.
I only use my phone for Discord if I have to.
The thing is, I don't need to use my phone to check the weather, because where I live, the weather is non-existent. Yeah, it's mild to maybe slightly warm sunny.
Beep.
And then I go to school, and it's mild to slightly warm sunny.
Man, it must be nice. I live on a hill. I do! The place where I live is just on a giant hill and there's a big ass hole in it where the apartment complex is.
I live about 3 feet above.
I have to say this.
Sea
You
level.
guys live on a flat as fuck continent.
It's not flat as fuck.
it's not.
It's
just the middle.
ginormous and there's so many planes in that thing. You compare America to Spain?
Jimmy,
May I remind you,
There's-
Spain is the second most mountainous country in the whole of Europe. Only
I
behind
assume,
Greece.
I assume only beaten by Switzerland?
No, Greece.
Switzerland is literally just a mountain fortress.
Trust me, it's Greece.
What are you talking about?
Why do you think? Why do you think the Greeks had city-states and not an entire just state? Because of the mountains and because of how many islands there were.
Bob's boss owns an entire island to himself.
So yeah, America has a lot of like, yeah, it probably has mountains, but it's like, comparison like mountain to plains, it's probably more plain than mountains.
I guess in ratio, it's like a lot flatter than other countries.
Exactly.
We still have a mountain range in it, the Appalachia,
We
We
have
have volcanoes, Mount
we
St.
have at
Helens.
least 4 mountain ranges. We
Yeah,
have
we
the
have quite a few
Appalachians.
mountain ranges.
We have the Appalachians. We have the
Yeah.
Continental Divide. We have the Sierra Nevadas, and we've got the Western Coastal Range.
So you have the same number of mountain ranges that we in Spain have.
Okay.
Yeah, we also have, you know,
Keep in mind, though,
ravines and
both the,
canyons.
the Continental Divide and the Appalachians both basically run the entire.
Your mic got off.
I love the fact that I said I live on a hill and it sparked an entire conversation.
Like the Continental Divide, the Rocky Mountains, is so long. It basically runs from the U.S. southern border halfway through Canada.
Kid, what the hell, dude? Go get some fucking.
Why did me saying I live on a hill spark this entire conversation
Because Jimmy
about
thinks we're
like
flat.
Because you're fatter than fucking Earth Chan.
first of all, how dare
That
you?
doesn't make any sense. We're on Earth, Ken. That was a bad one.
the joke is that
Second of all, the fact that I live on just one big as hell hill says otherwise.
I also live on a hill, basically.
Yeah, but like the only places that are like I do not ever have risk of flood here unless it's actually bad.
Global
Because-
warming will probably cause where I live to flood.
The point like the specific how it is the spot where the apartments are that I was talking about. It's actually just a ditch, and all of the rain that hits goes all down there, and then it leads to a creek that goes into the Flint River.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a story I've been told that happened with my grandfather on my dad's side. They used to live in the mountains up near basically the coastal mountains, the coastal range of California. And there was a creek running through their backyard. And a salesman showed up to try and sell them flood insurance because, you know, there's a creek in the backyard. To which my grandfather responded by walking out to the backyard, pointing at the creek that was downhill of them, and then pointing out at the valley, saying, "If I have flooding at my house from that creek, I have bigger problems." And the salesman just seemingly didn't comprehend what he was referring to.
Rip.
Because, you know, Americans. Also, on a completely unrelated note, I'm sure, I learned something the other day.
Me learning.
So, you know how the U.S. Marines have a bit of a reputation as crayon eaters?
But yeah.
Yeah, as being not the sharpest tools in the shed. The Marine Corps actually has it's called the ASVAB test, which is basically the military IQ test. The requirements for the score on it to be in the Marines is actually higher than the Army.
Makes sense.
Oh, wow.
They
I guess you need to have higher IQ to eat crayons.
have a lot of book smarts. They're just not very.
They're not good with applying it.
It's not that they don't have the book smarts. It's just that their way they apply it is very unconventional.
So it's like me playing Minecraft.
I suppose. Because I mean, for example, the standard, the Marines, to put in perspective, just how little they give a shit. You can go on Google and download like a 500-page document that is modern. That is just the modern Marines tactics manual.
On the
You just
podcast,
download
we're
it
going
on
to
Google.
all
They
take
don't
the
care.
test.
The reason why
this is their tactics manual for how they operate. They don't care if you know. It won't change how hard they're gonna beat your ass.
Oh.
This is just, it's the Marines. It's just what they do. It's the only branch of the military that's been told by PETA to please calm down.
Oh, okay.
And now for something completely different.
Yes, please.
What the fuck is Gadget Bond?
Ah,
What?
yes, Gadget Bond. That's something I put the idea about. So,
wearable one. What? Where? Oh, that.
that's not very far out. So, gadget bomb is a term in the transit sphere. It is, as you might expect from the root, it is related to German with the Bahn.
Yes. That's why I knew how to say
Yeah,
it because I don't
yeah.
know German.
The
Hagen.
term so, gadget bomb is a term in the transit sphere that refers to any transit solution where it's like, yes, what you've done here is made something novel and unique for the sake of being novel and unique.
I can get behind that.
Any form of transportation that's only really notable for the fact that it is notable. Something. So basically, it's just the long and short of it is basically anything where it's like, what you've done there is you've reinvented the train but worse. That's basically what a gadget bon is. And there are many, many, many examples of this.
For example?
The most famous example and the most prevalent that you'll actually see like implemented is the monorail.
Ah.
The monorail is the most prolific form of gadget bond. Because if we're being honest, here, what advantage does a monorail have over a train? Exactly.
Sound like much.
Yeah, it has no advantage. Because it's like, the only thing it kind of has that's like maybe a thing is like the elevated guideways look nicer. And that's only because a lot of the old elevated rail track looks like shit.
Huh.
It's like the only advantage they have.
Hmm.
Like, there's like some very, very niche applications of suspended monorail, the hanging monorails, that they have, but it's literally very, very minor and like basically like not even worth it. It's like a couple like airports have implemented them, and they can make turns a bit tighter comfortably because they're suspended. The way the car shifts as it goes around the turn means that the occupants experience less lateral force.
Mm-hmm.
And that's literally the only advantage. And the thing is, suspended monorails are even less practical than on top monorails. But, you know.
I don't know anything about any of this.
I think no one does, so that's why we're just letting me speak.
Yeah, we're kind of just the little kids standing around Grandpa letting him story.
The only kind of monorail, in my mind, that isn't just completely dumb is the ones where they've used are the maglev monorails. Those ones, they kind of make sense, but you know, you don't even need to do that to do maglev. So, but the main reason though that I put Gadget Bond in there is because of something from the city of Las Vegas.
Oh boy.
I'm going to put this in the images chat.
Okay.
Oh dear.
This is Las Vegas. Let's just say.
Are you familiar with Elon Musk's Tesla tunnel?
Oh no.
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 Oh, it's a big ass map.
Yeah. The Las Vegas City Council unanimously approved Elon Musk's Tesla tunnel company's plan to build 68 miles of the Tesla tunnel. It took them 15.5 minutes to decide that they're gonna approve this. In the same meeting, they spent 52 minutes discussing whether or not a single homeowner should be allowed to build a vestibule, which I don't even know what the hell that is. I'm gonna look at that. Vestibule.
I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and it's just an entryway to a house. Un vestíbulo.
I do not understand anything that is happening in that picture. I'm gonna be real with you.
The resolution is not great, but basically,
Spanish.
oh yeah,
Spanish
we're gonna
is.
build this
Help me out
dumbass-
here. Vestíbulo is vestíbulo, ¿verdad?
Oh god.
El vestíbulo.
No, they're gonna start Speedo Bell.
Kane, please, hold on. Vestíbulo. ¿Sabes lo que es un vestíbulo, no?
En inglés no lo
It-
sé.
So
Pero en
I looked
español
it
sabes de
up.
qué estoy hablando, ¿verdad?
I looked it up.
Ah, I guess it's just a word in Spanish. I think
It's a
there's
passage, hall, or room between the outer door and the interior
No,
of a
no,
building,
it's like
also known as a
it's not just
lobby.
let me see, vestibulo.
basically
Lobby.
like a hall. Yeah.
Lobby.
Yeah.
Neat, they're talking taco.
Can you stop with that, dude?
Excuse me? We're talking what?
It-
We're talking Spanish here.
It's a meme.
You-
It's basically,
Yeah, I know. It's a meme.
The,
You have
the
to be
point.
funny to pull up the
The
meme.
point is that it took this Las Vegas City Council 15 and a half minutes to decide they're going to approve the construction of this 62 miles of bullshit. In the same meeting, it took them 52 minutes to decide whether or not a homeowner should be allowed to build an enclosed patio.
Hold on, I'm
That is just very stupid. Why?
getting the video so that
We
they know
don't
where
wanna
I
hear the
got
meme, dude.
speaking
Kane,
taco from.
We're not interested.
And the thing is that makes this even dumber is, so first of all, this is from like a Facebook page where it's just tech bros inventing subway trains for the 3 billionth time. And under the original post, which looks to be from the social media site formerly known as Twitter, someone responded to this stupid map of, you fail to see the potential to run hyper-frequent autonomous minibuses in these tunnels. Trains are a solution to a particular set of constraints. These constraints may not apply when the cost of tunneling gets low enough. It's like, bro, just build a train. Just
What's the
build
problem?
a subway. Heck, if you want to do something, Las Vegas actually installed a monorail. It's a very shitty monorail, and it's a monorail. But if there's a place you're gonna install a stupid gadget on, Las Vegas is the place, because these are things that are like extra touristy things. And Las Vegas is a city basically built on tourism.
Yes,
Just
have you
extend-
seen the giant ball now that they have constructed
And
in
that.
Las Vegas?
If you're gonna build, if
think
you're
the
gonna
ball
build a
is okay.
stupid transit system, first of all, commit to it. Second of all, if you're gonna build it in a place like Las Vegas that's entirely built around tourism, because then it doubles as a tourist attraction because it's unique.
Also, doesn't Las Vegas have like a fucking canal system that was made for Las Vegas? And it's
No.
called like Little Venice? Or am I just
I don't
fucking
think-
crazy here? I swear to God they had like an area in Las Vegas that's
I
just
don't
man-made
know.
canals.
Probably not.
Hold on, I need to look this up.
Las Vegas canals.
I know that in California there's Venice Beach, and that's about it.
Okay, it's one of the casinos called the Venetian.
Yeah,
But
that sounds about right.
there's a thing in it. There's like a little
Yes.
area of that
Because
canal.
of
Okay,
Caesar's
so I'm not
Palace.
crazy, thank God. Do we wanna talk about restrooms again?
We never talked about them. I was questioning why Meep was suggesting it a second time because I was concerned.
Shall we talk about public restrooms? What happened, Meep, for you to put the idea again?
So this is quite literally just the I had a moment that's the reference is just the gender is a concept invented by bathroom companies to sell more bathrooms.
Excuse me, what?
All I heard was
The-
company that wants to sell more bathrooms.
Hold on.
Gender is a concept made by bathroom companies to sell more. What the fuck? Honestly, the more and more I hear, I'm surprised that America hasn't imploded on itself. And
It's
There, don't worry, we're
this is
getting
a
there.
meme. This is a meme, Jimmy. Don't worry. It's I think I don't know. It's just yeah. I had basically this moment because I was at work, okay, and in basically the back corner of work they've got like the bathrooms and whatnot, and they've got the two one room all in one bathrooms, all right. It's the all-in-one bathrooms. So they've got the toilet in there, they've got the sink in there, they got the paper towel dispenser in there, everything. Now, these at the work are labeled as unisex bathrooms because they are. They're functionally identical, except I realized looking at them, some of like the extra features. I'm like, these used to be labeled men and women, didn't they? Because that's the thing you'll see frequently in America. You'll see these, especially like small restaurants, these all-in-one bathrooms that very clearly it's they're unisex bathrooms, but there's two of them and they're labeled men and women for no reason. There's literally no reason for them to be labeled men and women, but they are.
The only difference is a urinal.
No, they don't even have that most of the time.
Sometimes don't even have that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It's literally, sometimes the only difference there will be, if even that, is the women's one will have an extra little box for, like, disposal of women's hygiene supplies. That's it. That'll be, like, the only difference, if that's, like, what's the point? Why are they labeled differently? It's literally just a scam so they can sell more bathrooms.
Huh.
It's so stupid.
I don't usually have, like, I don't remember seeing stuff like that at my work. Like, my father has 2 bathrooms, but it's just 2 bathrooms. There's no label in it.
Residential is different. Residential doesn't
No,
count.
I don't mean residential. I mean at my father's workplace.
It may just be like a weird American thing where they've got 2 identical one-room bathrooms labeled men and women for no fucking reason.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it can work.
No idea what you guys are talking about right now. That raccoon thing was also one of the jokes that they did in one of their videos.
Anyway,
What's the EPA, first of all, and why is it having a downfall?
So this is another one I found. The EPA is actually 2 different things, Jay.
Okay.
The EPA is both the Environmental Protection Act and the Environmental Protection Agency. It's a U.S. law and a U.S. agency created by said law to enforce said law. It's basically the environmental protection. Okay.
Okay.
It was implemented in like the 50s or something. To basically, one of the main things was like save like the grizzly bear and the bald eagle from extinction. And ever since, it has basically been on a slow downfall because it's slowly been losing political support from one of the 2 political parties. Because it's like, you know, trying to protect the environment from things like oil companies.
And guess what America wants? Oil.
It's like, unironically, so Congress, U.S. Congress goes into recess for like 180 days a year where they just don't do anything. To like go on vacation and shit. Before going into reset, the most important thing apparently they decided they needed to vote on was to block the Environmental Protection Agency from declaring 2 species as endangered.
Which is dumb, because they both qualified, I'm assuming.
Yes. They very much did. It's just that the party currently in control of the House is the one that doesn't like the EPA.
Wow, my brain just completely turned off. I completely forgot what that emoji was named because of what I named it in my server.
The other thing with it is apparently they did a poll, and apparently it's like 2/3 of Team Red feel like the economy is more important than protecting the environment.
Which is stupid. Because
Yeah,
if you
you
destroy the
guys-
environment, eventually
you guys-
it's gonna bite in the ass.
Yeah, you guys
yeah.
realize environmental collapse would be bad for the economy.
I don't think they do.
If nature goes, we go with it.
It's like, why do you care about the environment?
Because if the environment goes, we're
I live there.
doomed. Yeah, good explanation. We live there.
Look, yeah, I'm gonna be real. If things go so far south that animals start going extinct left and right, more so than they already have, we're not going to be far behind because we heavily rely on them.
Yeah. And for context of how unpopular it's become with one of the political parties, one of the candidates for the current presidential election has vowed that if they're elected, they're just going to get rid of it. They're going to get rid of the Environmental Protection Agency.
Bruh.
It feels like they don't really realize the consequences of their actions until it's way too late, and then they double and triple down.
Yeah.
This reminds me.
Jesus. Mina.
Ow. Mina. Honey. The nuclear bomb.
What the hell?
What are you preaching?
What the hell was that? Was that the fire alarm?
I'm just going to.
I had to turn down Mina. Mina, why does it sound like you're printing something?
I was like thinking, Mina, why are there nuclear bombs about to fall into your house?
Mina, did you just die? Was that the sound of your internet dying? Or what was that? Mina?
I think we've lost Mina.
Oh no.
Mike
oh
issue.
that's a mic issue, alright. Oh god. It sounded like a very, very old printer.
They did, kinda.
For me, it sounded like it was like a nuclear alarm. I felt like a nuclear bomb was going to drop. Speaking of,
Mina's
just
the
while we
Russians
wait on
finally made
Mina,
their-
Everybody high.
Putin finally lost his shit.
Yeah,
Mina's back.
I had to turn you down to 50.
I heard you. I could hear all of you. The problem was my mic.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought like your fire alarm went off.
yeah, it's
That-
an
that
old mic.
was-
I'm sorry about that.
That was painful.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
I'm happy I didn't have you turned up.
Anyway,
I know that because
My
you guys can never
headphones
hear
were
me.
crazy.
I can hear you just fine. I have everyone at 200 because my mic is very, very quiet.
The cat's still outside.
My cat stole my radiator.
Oh,
No, there was a
Kid,
cat
Kidder
last
Chris
night,
has
and it-
redeemed the triggered noise.
It's just screaming.
Oh
One.
no. He reads so hard that his mic cut out.
I mean, it's kind of the point.
Alright. Jimmy, I think you said you had something you wanted to talk about?
I was just going to comment about the game currently while we waited for Mina, but Mina is back, so I now have no idea what to talk about.
Well, we have one more thing in the idea box for this week, unless we want to scroll back to some of the previous things for...
I did also want to scream about public restrooms in Hispanic countries.
Oh, alright,
Go
let's do
ahead.
that.
Why?
Because it's funny. And also people need to rant about restaurants because restaurants
So
in most
basically,
cases
when you
are
go to
fucking
Mexico-
shit.
Yeah, they're awful.
I don't have many experiences with it. Like, I got memories with school, and that's about it.
Like the amount
Anyway.
of times in restaurants in Spain, like in service areas, that there's like shit written down. It's like, what the fuck?
Graffiti?
No, not even graffiti. Just people with markers writing down shit.
Yeah,
On the walls and the doors.
That counts as graffiti.
Well, I guess it's graffiti then. But
Yeah, so graffiti.
Graffiti is literally just writing things on walls.
It's
Okay.
different from graffiti art, though.
Graffiti art is actually.
You know, when you go to Mexico, I could hear you IRL. Ha. When you go to Mexico, there are some parks that have public restrooms, right? Like we have here in the States. However, here in the States, those are free. You can just head in. Not recommended because they're usually disgusting, but you
To cut off.
can head in.
Okay.
In Mexico, there is a guy standing outside of the stalls who will sell you a chunk of toilet paper for a couple of pesos.
Wow.
Like you have to buy
Wow, that was real
like a
ironic
limited amount
timing
of toilet
for
paper. It is not allowed. You could buy more if you need it, but you can't have like a roll inside with you in the stalls.
Why?
That's
I
kind
have
of
no
stupid.
idea. Not
Just take
Mexico.
a box instead.
That's just what it's
Drugs?
like.
But that was really ironic timing. The 5 seconds of silence after Mina said there's a guy standing outside selling toilet paper. 5 seconds of silence, and then I hear from my mom and they're, damn it!
We could hear it.
So I have an experience. You guys know like these, what's it, I guess it's
Kid
called,
Icarus,
like...
you mean you have to pay?
Hold on, excuse me, kid, explain. What do you mean we don't have to pay to go to the bathroom?
I mean, because there's like a difference between like putting a quarter to like unlock it and then taking it back, like tokens for bathrooms. Because there are some
Kid,
places that do
what
have
the
tokens for
fuck?
bathrooms here in the States.
Referencing the meme earlier, excuse me, is the fuck? What do you mean you have to pay to use the bathrooms?
That's what we're waiting on. Speaking of bathroom stories, I remember, I think it was last year in France, there was like these like construction bathrooms. You know, the type that I'm talking about, right? These like boxes.
I have no idea.
Like a
What?
Euro. What country?
concerned.
Jimmy says he doesn't have
Dutch. He's Dutch.
to.
Oh,
Ah,
excuse me, Otto, please tell me you're here.
Jamie's like, Octo, can you please confirm this? He is in the chat.
okay. Friend.
He's
Also,
not
there's
saying
problems.
anything, but he is
He is in the chat, I know that.
in the community tab.
Wild, dude. But yeah, it's kind of like that, except the guy will not let you in the bathroom until you pay the pesos to get the toilet paper.
Man, I thought America was a capitalist hellscape.
I was
Dude,
thinking that too. Like I don't have to pay to go to the fucking bathroom in Spain. Like, excuse
Dude.
me.
The economy in specifically Tijuana is really bad. Like the freeway to go back to the United States is a long line, even longer if somebody dies, like it did for my parents went there for dentistry once, and a guy died near the entrance. I believe it was like a construction accident. The line lasted 3 hours longer than it needed to when it was already 3 hours.
Like,
So in between, there's just people walking up and down the freeways selling stuff. So there's like churros, fruta, like statues and
Street vendor stuff.
ceramic banks,
So street
banks,
vendor
piggy
stuff.
banks, with like plushies. Yeah, street vendor stuff. Like you'd find it at swap meets in Los Angeles, but it's in Mexico and they come straight up to the car. And you know, American money's worth more than the Mexican peso, so you could buy multiple stuff with like just $1. Usually, my family, when we go, we give them, especially the kids, we give them some of the old toys we don't use
Yeah.
anymore.
The only word that came to mind is depresso.
Yeah, no, there's just some kids that work with their parents on the freeway. And
I
there's
don't
an
know
ad.
how I feel about this information.
I am shocked to hear about that kind. I mean, I've definitely heard about like people going out and selling things. Like even in Valencia, if we're like in a street lamp, like you know not the street lamp,
Alright.
you know the typical light that
I got-
goes red, amber, and green. Sometimes
Street
people
light?
will just start fucking acting because red lights for some reason in Valencia are stupid long, like a good minute and a half, 2 minutes long.
They're on timers.
And they act, and when it's close to like changing lights, they start trying to get money out of the people that watched.
There's also that you also have to consider there's the crossings that have the button to press that tells the light, hey, there are people trying to cross. Which
this is-
what
The area that I'm talking about, Ken, isn't even that like crossed because
no,
it's
like there are areas that No, the crosswalks. Sometimes streetlights will have buttons built into them that you can press the button and it tells the streetlight, hey, you need to hold the streetlight longer.
Yes. I do know that much.
It's the crosswalk. That cat's still outside. I've been hearing it
Is he?
meow since last night, and it's meowing like every couple of seconds, and it sounds very strange.
Well,
Most
go
of
check
the
on it. Go check on the fur baby.
I don't know where it is. I can't see it.
Well, it
It might be
clearly
outside
wants
the
your
gate.
attention.
I don't have a cat.
Oh, my mom. This morning we went to go feed the cat. Speaking of fur babies, and she's like, "Oh, I'll go find Chip," which is like the cat that basically lives in, like, rents our guest room's bathroom, sometimes jail and eat. And I'm like, "Mom, she's here," and then she's like, "Ah, she probably jumped off the window." I'm like, "Why are you so casual about this?" And then we asked my brother.
Because
He's a
cats.
Yeah, but like.
Yeah, cats
Here's the
cats
thing.
are built kind of the same way as squirrels. It's just they can't do it as well.
The thing is, this is wasn't like
Understand
a short wall. This bathroom. The window is connected to the garage ramp, and it's like a good halfway into the ramp. So it's like it's not a small fall.
Cats actually fare better during long falls than they do short
It's okay. That didn't
falls. They're
happen.
more
Yeah, I
likely to
know,
get hurt on short
but
falls because they don't have enough time to twist and
That's
turn.
not what I was talking about, though. I mean, their ability to survive high falls.
Well, yeah, because they flip over onto their feet because they have an understanding of physics.
No, I'm talking about, like, squirrels have a much better chance than
I'm talking about cats.
most animals.
Yeah, we were talking
I
about.
know,
cats.
I'm talking about-
Why the hell do we have to just?
Because she was talking about the cat jumping down a fall, so I said, well, squirrels don't really
And
have as
squirrels
big of
will
an
not.
issue.
Squirrels' terminal velocity is too low for them to be seriously injured by a fall.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Squirrels are aerodynamic. You got it.
No, they're not aerodynamic. It's the opposite.
They do what cats do, but better.
Also, don't cats like not have a spine? So
No!
Jenny said
What?
before.
Where did you get that from?
Cats
there's a
practically
reason-
don't have a spine.
I know there's a reason why cats can control the
They do
way
have
they
a spine, it's just very flexible.
Probably.
Because they're extremely flexible.
They have a good sense. Yeah, they're really flexible. They have a good sense of balance.
And they're very fluffy. I think
Yes, they
everyone
are.
in this
Well,
show likes cats.
most cats are fluffy. Then you got whatever the hairless cat was named.
Oh, that's
The right
your
cat.
fucking answer. Just peace on a tree.
Yes.
Haha. You could have renamed that as soon as it got to chat. That's just.
If you have to pay to use the bathroom, pull over on the side of the road. If you have to pay to use the bathroom, just stop at the side of the road.
Yeah, just take a piss. Just piss on a tree.
Worst case scenario, you have to buy a pack of wipes.
Honestly, I'm surprised that I have not gone to. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
What?
So, Kay knows, the other two don't. I did a. I'm gonna piss where people can see my dick. Just hide behind some bushes, dude. Don't be a wuss. Anyway, Kay knows this. The other guys don't. Me and Octo have started a cable link, and I'm currently playing with Seifa where Octo failed, where he got wiped by Tyrann. And
My guy's starter was a Moxie Sandile.
oh, that
Yeah,
was mine on the second try, but in the first try it was Porygon. And
I know,
just
that's what I said.
grinding.
I said my guy.
I'm just grinding and I suddenly find Cobalion. Wild Cobalion, level 10. Like, bruh.
Yeah. That's Jesus fucking
What?
blessed Jimmy again.
At least he didn't get insulted by Arceus popping up after he already caught Mewtwo.
No, fuck Soul Links. There's a reason I created the cable link.
A cable Link is just a lesser version of the Soul Link.
Yes, that's why I like
have no
it.
friends. He said I have no friends. Then what are we? Your associates?
The funny haha people.
The funny haha people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I restarted Omega Ruby recently
Mega Ruby.
since I have all of my event Pokemon in my original starter transferred to Switch. And May has the haha funny waifu bird. Like her Torchic is actually a female.
So I've in my attempts to find things to talk about have opened up my phone's news app.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you also
News
wanted
with me.
You also wanted to talk about Mango Man.
Well,
True, but I don't really want to hear about Orange Man.
we'll get to that later. So this one from Dubai, delayed passengers growl after a bear escapes from cargo hold on an Iraqi plane.
I think I did
I
this
have
with Meep only.
Several questions.
But can you two, Mina and Kane, look up Florida Man and the date of your birth, please?
I've done that.
I already
before.
did that.
Oh, I think Kane's the only one
I
that
don't remember what mine was, so
I don't think you were here. Mine was someone screaming naked in an airport, if I recall.
I'm trying to find mine. Give me a sec. It's in a different group chat.
what do you want? No. Go away.
Oh, Kate is also looking.
I got interrupted by my sibling coming in and some potatoes.
I got two. I got Florida man finds body inside trash can he was storing for friend, and Florida man stole an elderly woman's purse and ran off in a car. Or ran her off in a car. So, you know, nothing too exciting.
Guys,
The first thing to come up was
Yeah.
Florida man arrested by sheriff's deputies after sitting on a woman.
Octo's here.
Octo's here. So apparently Elon
Did
Musk
you-
has said his cage fight with Zuckerberg will be streamed on the social media site formerly known as Twitter.
Wait, what?
Bruh.
Apparently that's still happening.
Let's go!
Let's go. We get to watch two rich people duke it out. But did you hear what I said?
Hold on. Wait. Kids one.
The
Florida is
first.
the Australia of the United States, dude.
Florida man accused of grandfather's murder pulls out severed ears during questioning.
Bro.
Yeah, that's very
That's a lot better. That's a lot worse than what mine was. Florida man. Florida man arrested by sheriff's deputies after sitting on a.
Your mic cut off as soon as you said what he sat on. What did he sit on?
Oh, a wolf.
It always cuts off when you're
He
going
sat on the chick and got arrested.
on chicken.
He got
Yeah, it's
arrested for
marriage.
sitting on a woman.
Oh, sitting on a woman. What?
The Ides of March.
Oh my god. I feel bad for Dutch people. They have to pay to go to the bathroom. What?
This is why we can't have nice things.
My,
Anyway.
my thoughts on how good it would be to live in the
Netherlands has increased,
Netherlands
decreased
has
by a
been
lot.
Meep started out with, man, I really want to live there. It's awesome. And over time, he's just, nah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm doing the stupidest thing ever that I should not really be doing. I'm abusing the dex nav.
Ah. Good luck with that.
Because you, in Route 101, being Alpha Sapphire, you have a 100% catch rate no matter what Pokeball you throw. You can just turn one, throw a Pokeball, and you'll catch it no matter what. So what I'm doing is I'm abusing the Dex Nav to get my research level for Pokemon up and get Pokemon with hidden abilities and or egg moves.
By the way, can I just little just like side tangent to the TV here? I fucking love the look of the car,
You got
the McLaren F1 GTR. Okay, so we didn't have a lot this week, huh?
Yeah, we did not.